Hi, and welcome back to another epoxy resin project that you can sink your teeth into and create yourself at home. And this week I'm going to be using epoxy resin to get a marble effect look. It's really easy to do, so let me show you how. So I'm going to start with a very low viscosity epoxy resin. This is a 1:1 ratio. It's really easy to measure out, and I mix for 3 minutes, and I scrape down the sides and the bottom of the mixing cup as I mix. And if you've seen any of my other tutorials on epoxy resin, you will see the importance of properly mixing your 2-part epoxy. So I have always mixed for about 3 minutes, and I have to say that so far, after all these years of using epoxy resin, I have never had a batch of resin that's failed on me, so don't skip this step out and mix your resin too quickly. So now I'm going to make up some white using this very concentrated white pigment paste. And a good tip here for a natural marble effect is not to use too much white. I'm just going to use the leftover that's on the stick that I've used to stir the white pigment paste into, and that's really all you'll need. And once again, the importance of mixing pigment properly into the resin is key to making sure you get no soft or sticky spots in your project. And if need be, once you've stirred the pigment inside, use a clean stick and remix for a few seconds just to be sure. So now I have mixed up 2 other colours using some epoxy tint in brown. One is a little lighter than the other, but they're both quite transparent, and that's the trick to the marble effect. So to start this process, you need to pour clear, untinted resin into the base, and to avoid bubbles on the edges of this mold, I'm just going to use a silicone brush that I bought on Amazon. It's practical, but also it won't scratch your silicone mold because they do scratch pretty easily. And basically all I'm going to do is trail on each color into the mold to get the marble look. So as I said, I've used some brown epoxy pigment in 2 different tints. One is darker than the other, and then alternating this with the very clear white, so just a little tinted white, and also adding some clear as well. And you do this until it's all used up, so you might not see it, but in the center of the mold, I've added a piece of silicone skin or a little druzy mold. It has a crystal effect on the top, and I've placed it upwards. And I've pushed it as firmly as I could down to the bottom of the mold so that the 2 silicones stick together and they don't float to the top. And I'm going to add all the resin tints right on top of it, and I have no idea if this will work, but I guess we'll find out soon. So this can take quite a while to do. The process is very long, and to create this effect could take a while. So I like to pop on my earbuds and listen to some music or a podcast. And this whole process, it's so relaxing and soothing and perfect for creative meditation. And for some extra bling, I'm just going to add some bright gold crushed glass into the corners just to give this piece a little more interest. And if you prefer, you can use some semi-precious stones or crushed shells, etc., whatever you fancy doing. There are so many options to personalize your own creations. And for the purple marble, I am going to use 1 shade of purple pigment mixed into the resin very lightly, 1 in a transparent grey, and I've also used a little bit of black alcohol ink, and I've just used a little of it so it goes really transparent and gives almost a grey, light grey look, and then the same white that I've used before. And much like the previous method, after adding a very thin layer of transparent resin with no pigment inside, I'm going to start layering the different shades of lightly tinted resin. And now I've done mine to resemble Amethyst, but you can easily replicate any other shade in place of the purples used here. I have also used some shades of light grey and pink, and when they blend together at the end, they'll just give this lovely natural stone look that I love. So I'm going to show you the entire process of layering the different shades of coloured epoxy, and there is no right or wrong way to do this. Each piece you will make will be totally unique. And that's the beauty of resin. You never get the same two pieces exactly the same, but rather every piece you make will be unique. And the only tip I can give you is to not overdo the white. For some reason that seems to take over all the other colours and become dominant. So I'm just going to keep going until I've filled up 3/4 up the sides of the mould, and you'll just need a little room for the top coat. And then right at the end, once I've filled up 3/4 full, I'm going to use my wooden stir stick and scrape just the inside rim of the silicone mold just to get rid of any hidden air pockets. So now it's time to unmold, the best part of all, and for the first one I had absolutely no problem unmolding it. But for the second one, I struggled a little to get that little silicone insert off the tray. Now, I'm not sure why this happened. I did make sure that the two were stuck down to the mold very well, but sometimes resin does leak underneath and it creates a sort of a wafer thin film on the top. So I'm just going to use a scalpel very gently. I do want to reuse this insert for another project, but I am just going to carefully cut off the resin skin so that I can pull the silicone mold off. And once I've got this off, it was definitely worth it. It looked so real and I absolutely love it. So I decided not to use handles on this tray. Instead, I have found this sparkly crystal drawer pull, and I want to place it in the middle of the tray so that there's still a room around to put things on, basically. So I just drilled a hole in the middle of the tray, and at first I fitted that with a screw, but I didn't quite like the look of it. So in the end, what I did is I just widened the hole so that the middle of the pull would fit inside, and then I've just used a little leftover clear epoxy that I've used as glue, and I've glued it in. And here is a matching bottle opener that I've made using a really fun mold, and I've used up all the leftover resin from the beige marble tray, and I have posted this on Instagram and here on my YouTube channel as a reel so you can see how it's made and have fun making yours. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, leave a comment. I love hearing from you. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel so I can keep making more of these free online tutorials for you. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.